Welcome to the presentation on stakeholder management. Stakeholder management is about engaging and communicating effectively with all parties involved in your project or business. This is crucial for project success and overall organizational health. Let us understand who the stakeholders are. Stakeholders are individuals or groups who have an interest in, or are affected by a project, a decision, or any business activity. They can be internal, such as team members and managers, or external, such as customers, suppliers, and the wider community. Identifying your stakeholders is the first step in effective stakeholder management. Stakeholders can be broadly classified into two main types: internal and external. Internal stakeholders are those within the organization, such as team members, project managers, department leaders, executive sponsors, board members, and shareholders. External stakeholders are those outside the organization, including customers, vendors, suppliers, partners, contractors, regulatory bodies, and the local community. Each type has different needs and expectations, so you will need to communicate with them accordingly. Stakeholder analysis involves understanding and prioritizing stakeholders based on their influence and interest. It is a crucial step to tailoring your engagement strategies effectively. The process includes these 5 key steps. Step 1. Identify all stakeholders involved in your project or initiative. Step 2. Analyze their level of influence and interest. Step 3. Map them to the power or interest matrix. Step 4. Determine appropriate engagement strategies for each stakeholder group. Step 5. Regularly review and update your analysis as the project evolves. Based on the power or interest matrix, here are some strategies for engaging with different stakeholder groups. For those with high power and high interest, you should manage them closely, and this might involve regular face-to-face meetings, including them in decision-making, and providing detailed and frequent communication. For those with high power but low interest, keep them satisfied by providing sufficient information, consulting on specific areas of interest, and addressing their concerns promptly. For those with low power but high interest, keep them informed through regular updates and newsletters, seek feedback on specific topics, and show appreciation for their involvement. Lastly, for stakeholders with low power and low interest, simply monitor them, providing minimal communication and general project information only, while keeping an eye out for any changes in their status. Communication planning involves tailoring your communication approach for different stakeholder groups. Here is a sample communication plan. For executive sponsors, provide status overviews, return on investment metrics, and risk alerts through executive dashboards and status meetings on a monthly basis. For the project team, give detailed updates and task assignments through team meetings and project management tools on a weekly basis. For end users, share features and benefits, as well as timeline impacts, through newsletters and town halls every 2 weeks. Finally, for external partners, communicate scope changes and integration points through formal correspondence and scheduled reviews as needed. To ensure your communication is effective, here are some techniques to consider. First, use clear messaging. Keep your communication concise, focused, and jargon-free, ensuring that your key points are easily identifiable and understandable for all stakeholders. For example, instead of saying, "Timeline adjustments are being necessitated by logistical procurement challenges," say, "The project will be delayed by 2 weeks due to supply chain issues." Second, practice active listening. Focus completely on the speaker, understand their message, respond thoughtfully, and remember key information, showing that you value their input. For example, say, "If I understand correctly, your main concern is about the timeline for deliverable X. Let me address that specifically." Third, provide timely updates. Provide regular communication according to your stakeholder plan, and do not wait until problems escalate. Share both progress and challenges proactively. For example, provide a weekly status report with the number of milestones completed, the number of milestones at risk due to vendor delay, and include a mitigation plan. Fourth, use a tailored approach. Adapt your communication style and content based on stakeholder preferences, technical knowledge, and information needs. For example, for executives, provide a high-level dashboard with key performance indicators, and for the technical team, provide detailed specifications with implementation guides. Sometimes, you will encounter difficult stakeholders, and here are some strategies for managing them. For resistant stakeholders, find common ground and shared goals, demonstrate benefits directly relevant to their priorities, and create opportunities for them to provide input and feel ownership. For demanding stakeholders, set clear boundaries and expectations from the beginning, document agreements and refer back to project scope, and provide regular updates to prevent unnecessary escalations. For disengaged stakeholders, clearly articulate the importance of their role, connect project outcomes to their personal or professional goals, and make engagement easy with concise communications. For conflicting stakeholders, focus on shared goals and project benefits, facilitate structured conversations to identify compromise solutions, and document agreements while keeping communications transparent. To gauge the effectiveness of your stakeholder management, you should measure stakeholder engagement. Some metrics include participation rate, which measures attendance at meetings, response rates to communications, and active participation in discussions. You can also measure feedback quality by assessing the value, relevance, and actionability of stakeholder inputs and suggestions. Conduct satisfaction surveys regularly to assess stakeholder satisfaction with communication and engagement efforts. Additionally, track issue resolution time, which measures how quickly stakeholder concerns and problems are addressed and resolved. Continuously measure, monitor, track, and evaluate your stakeholder engagement to achieve full engagement. To summarize, here are the key takeaways from this presentation. 1. Identify all stakeholders. Be thorough in identifying both internal and external stakeholders who may influence or be affected by your project or initiative. 2. Analyze and prioritize. Use tools like the power or interest matrix to categorize stakeholders and determine appropriate engagement strategies. 3. Tailor communications. Customize your messaging and delivery based on stakeholder needs, preferences, and level of influence. 4. Measure engagement. Regularly assess the effectiveness of your stakeholder management approach and be willing to adjust your strategies as needed. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.